is an online content source for online classes. And so here I am on the Acellus homepage. In case you don't know what it is, it's www.acellus.com. That's ACELLUS.com. You'll see on the homepage we have a student sign in. We also have a teacher and parent sign in. Now, because this video is intended for teachers, I'm going to click the teacher sign in. That's going to tell me, okay, we need to enter your gold key PIN when prompted. And then it brings up this window that says gold key secure sign in. Okay, so in order to keep this site secure for teachers, you will be issued a gold key. It looks like this. It's a golden USB stick. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and insert this into my computer. And you can see once I insert that into my USB drive, I can enter a passcode to access my Acellus courses. Okay, so now that I'm in, there's a whole menu with tons of options that I can access. Okay, but we're only going to go over the ones that you're really going to need to worry about as a teacher in an Acellus course. Okay, here you have a message center, which you'll see that I have almost 1,600 messages in there. The reason for that is because every time a student completes an assignment or maybe is struggling with an assignment, you will get an email about it. Okay, so you can imagine if you got a lot of enrolled students who are struggling with something, you're going to get an email from every single one of them every single time the program senses that they are not understanding something. You've got a calendar button. You can take attendance if you want, but it's not really necessary since you'll be taking attendance in RenWeb. There's a grading center, but once again you're going to be entering grades into gradebook as well. So really the only thing that you're going to need in Acellus is just to access your classes and see how far along your students are. So for example, if I go ahead and click on my classes button, it's up here, it's got a chalkboard on it. If I click on my classes button, it's going to bring up a list of all the classes that I am an enrolled instructor for. Okay, and so let's say, for example, that I want to see how my Algebra 2 plus students are. Okay, so I'm going to click that class. And that's going to bring up the role with the step that everyone is on. Okay, so you can see I've got several students in this course. We've got their Acellus ID numbers that they use to log in. So if they're ever having login issues, you can look up their ID numbers just by looking up the number next to their name. We see the grade that they have in the class. We see where they are in this online class. And the way it works is through a step system. So you see these numbers right here. These refer to the step that they are on. So for example, take a look at this student, Madison. Looks like she's on step 149, which is about geometric sequences. Okay, and this progress column will tell you how many total steps there are. So in this case, this student Madison is on step 149, and there are a total of 246 steps in the entire class. And then here's an even more informative graphic, I guess you could say, because it shows more qualitatively how far they have until they complete the course. Okay, so this is how you look at your roles and just get a broad glimpse at where everyone is and how they're doing. If you click on a particular student, let's say I click on this student, you can see what steps, basically where they're having difficulties. Okay, so this is the lesson that this student is currently on, and I can see how many questions he or she has gotten right up until now in this lesson. And so I can click that, and I can see even down to the specific problem what answer this person is giving to a given problem, and then what the correct answer is. Okay. So sometimes, the drawback of being in an online math course, for example, is that online math courses, sometimes it's very picky about what students enter in as a correct answer. So let's say that if I'm a student and I'm typing in an answer to a complex algebra problem, and I just put one parenthesis in the wrong place, that's going to throw my entire answer off. And so this is really nice to see the student's answer next to the correct answer, because then you can make those adjustments and you can give students credit if they're really close to the right answer but just made one little error. You can also see at what time they did a certain problem. That's helpful in just kind of keeping track of if everyone's doing what they're supposed to be doing. But yeah, that's how you check on different students' progress, even down to the specific problem they're on. Okay. Other things that you might find useful, if you want to view like a video just so that you can refresh yourself on a certain concept in the class, you can go over to the curriculum option up here. When you go there, you can click on the class that you're teaching, and you can see the videos or the assignments that the students are going to be working on. Okay, and notice now, because we're entering some more secure material, I'm going to have to enter my passcode again, which you will set up once you get your USB stick. Okay. Let me try this one more time. Now I should warn you, this is I'm making this video after my summer enrollments have ended, so it might not let me access what I could access just about a month ago. We'll try this one more time. It doesn't look like it's working too good right now. But you know what? That's okay, because when you are actually in the term that you are teaching, that option will definitely work. It's just been a few too many weeks since I have accessed that. Okay, but anyway, even if you couldn't get into this curriculum tab, once you click on the student's name, once you click on the concept they're on, and once you click on the problem they're on, you can actually bring up a screenshot of the problem. And that way you can give them some more individualized instruction on what they're doing wrong and how the problem or question should be answered. Okay. So yeah, let's see if this curriculum is, oh, now the curriculum is working. Okay. So I click on the curriculum button. You can see we've got access to basically all the Acellus classes we could ever hope to access. And so if you wanted to see the curriculum for a trigonometry class, you can just click on the course, and now you're in the trigonometry page, and you can see the syllabus, which lists all the lessons and videos in order. You can view just the videos. You can look at the problem sets. This just lets you kind of dabble in what the students are going to be doing a little bit more. But let's go back to our classes. And this is basically how each class works. Really, just click on the class, click on the student, click on the problem, and you can help them out as much as you need to. Now, this is going to be very important because attendance and grades are entered into RenWeb. You don't need to worry about doing those here, but you will need to transfer your grades over to RenWeb. Okay, so if you click on a class and you want to enter an assignment into your gradebook on RenWeb, you're going to need to go to that student's name. You're going to have to look at all the lessons and basically transfer the percentage they got on the lesson over into gradebook. Okay, so that's going to require that you make every single assignment that's in Acellus in RenWeb so that you can attach a grade to that. Now that can be a little time consuming, and that's just one disadvantage of using Acellus. But it doesn't take too much time just to copy and paste the assignment title over and type the grade in. Just be aware that you're going to need to do that anyway, because that's where parents are going to be looking to check their grades. Yeah, I really think that does it for what I as a teacher use Acellus for, at least. And I'm sure these other tools are really great too. But if you stick with what I've told you tonight, you're really going to be okay as far as running any Acellus course. Just make sure you keep track of all your students, and Acellus really allows you to do that. Thanks so much. I hope this video helped.